Hey, how are you doing? Did you guys hear about COVID? Oh, man. I had a rough COVID. 3 months ago, I was at Safeway, and I yawned, and I swallowed my mask. It's terrible. You ever, like, choke on some shit, and it's, like, halfway down but halfway out, and you're like, fuck it, this is, like, the middle ground. And you're like, I could swallow this or hack it into oblivion. And that's what happened with my mask. And I was like, fuck it, I'm eating my mask. I deserve it after this year. This is where we're at. I'm just in Safeway eating a mask. That was rough. I worked at a homeless shelter during the pandemic there in Tacoma. I got vaccinated in January. I got it real early. And it was weird because a lot of you guys know I've been sober 13 years. I used to smoke meth out of light bulbs. It was very exciting. And friends of mine I used to do drugs with and shit, they were like, really? Like, you trust the vaccine? I used to buy meth in Shelton. No vaccine for me. God forbid I put anything in my body that somebody went to college for 10 years to figure out. I want to do stuff made by guys who got their GEDs in prison. That's what I want. No lab coats here, sir. Just Carhartt jackets and bad tattoos. Hell yeah, let's party, man. It's terrible. I got bored during the pandemic. I've been married 10 years. Sometimes you gotta find ways to spice it up a little bit, especially during the pandemic. You know? Me and my wife, we started doing some role play. And role play in the bedroom is very exciting. And we came up with this new one. We got real into them David Attenborough nature documentaries. We started doing this thing called the Serengeti. It's very exciting, and you guys are gonna have to come with me. In a way, you're gonna role play with me right now while I describe it. You know? And by the way, this isn't weird. This is all consensual between me and my wife. We do a thing, right? What we do is we pretend that the bedroom was the Serengeti, and we pretended the bed was the Waterhole. It's very dry in the summer on the Serengeti. These water holes are vitally important. And my wife, and you got to be into this or else it don't work. My wife pretended to be a wildebeest. I know what you're thinking. That don't sound you ain't met my wife. And she fucking pulls that shit off, you know. She comes into the bedroom to Serengeti. She comes in and she got real into it. She made the noises and everything. She'd come in there. And I could tell when she smelt the water because her ear would do this twitchy thing. I don't know how she did it. I was already titillated and how the hell my wife make her ear twitch like that? That's hot, you know. And she gets even closer, and then one time, and she smells it. And these are prey animals. They're naturally cautious, right? And they're also herd animals, and usually there'd be a bunch of wildebeest behind her, but we just have to imagine them because of the quarantine. But we'll get out of this eventually, and just talk to me after the show. I'll get your number. You want to get wild. But she comes in, there's a couple times, and she jumps, and she jumps, and the birds, they fly off her back. Like, where the hell did she get birds? Like, God, I think I'm really into this role play shit, and she's got birds. You know? The Waterhole is a dangerous place, though, because there's predators. And sure enough, this is one of them dangerous waterholes, because there is a predator. It's me. I'm the crocodile. Or the cockadile, if you will. Because I get the blankets around me, and I squish them up against me, and I lay on the bed, completely silent, and I open one eye. And I peer around, and I lay completely silent. I'm completely silent, completely flat. Well, not completely flat. There's one bump where my dick is. And I wait till she's overcome by thirst, and she reaches out her long tongue right when it touches the water. That's when I got her. That's what I do. I wait, and then I jump up and I grab her. And then we wrestle. And she's a strong lady. I'm a good wrestler, though. I wrestled in high school. And it's the same as wrestling in high school, except my dick's out. And I'm like, wow. I'm a wrestler. Okay, my dick came out a couple times in high school. But it wasn't my fault. The singlet, it didn't fit. It kicked me off the wrestling team. But anyway, we're going to town, you know, and we're really into it. And this is all consensual. And we're going to town. And then I'm going to town, you know, I pin her and I'm going to town. And then she pins me and then she's going to town. It's 2021, it's party, you know. And, yeah. And that's how we got through the pandemic. Hey, I've been Sam Miller, man. You guys are great.